Lenny the Rescue Dog episode 2. So we're going to format this video slightly differently. So I'm going to talk and then we're going to overlay a couple of videos, practical bits on top, because I've lost the capability to train and talk at the same time. So I feel like I'm doing Lenny an injustice by concentrating on waffle instead of just focusing on training him. So up until this point, we have now done place work, which we've got a video of. We have now done play. We have now done loose lead walking. We have now done recall. Up until this point, we have done loads of engagement around other dogs, promoting that it's not so great to be away from the handler, and it's really good to come back to the handler. Now, we've done lots of this before we've introduced the lead. So in the next couple of clips, I'm going to show a couple of videos of how we introduced the lead, why we introduced the lead. As a general rule of thumb, we have got 2 rule sets for our dog. We've got neutral rule set, which is reserved for play, toileting, transportation. And then we've got a working rule set, so that's kind of active training. And the next couple of videos are going to show some examples of loose lead work. So that's going to be Lenny's rule set. So we've coupled that up with food to make sure he's got a clean and consistent set of rules going forward. As a general rule of thumb, when my dog is on a slip lead or a dog I'm training is on a slip lead, I expect their collar to stay behind my furthest front toe. With a series of turns and manoeuvres, we can condition our dog that that's where they need to be when we're walking along. So again, you should be able to notice that. We have narrowed proximity down from Lenny and other dogs to about 5 yards now, and he's yet to have any emphatic response that we have seen during the consultation. Every time we've exposed him to dogs, we have made sure he has had a play session first. This is something I do with puppies, something I do with adult dogs. I make sure that they are fulfilled before they're exposed to potential triggers. We do not want our dog with a pent-up or pressure cooker prey drive or defensive drive when we are introducing them or exposing them to triggers, dogs, people, cats, dogs, squirrels, or whatever that may be. So giving him Lenny fulfillment prior to exposing him to triggers has been a common theme throughout his stay so far. We're on day 8, so I'm going to hand him over to Maddie and we're going to start some off-site work. He has been taught all the skills up until this point, but now it's time for him to generalize those skills here, there, and everywhere, so it makes an easy job for his new owners. Part 3 of this series is going to be how we introduce Lenny into my home. Considering he's a dog that spends very little time inside a home, he's taking a little bit of time to acclimatise to my house. We're treating reactivity. Our aim of the game is to make sure we're going to get as close to a clean sheet as possible. So if we're taking the dog into environments where he's practicing and rehearsing lots of reactivity and we're not able to stop him, or we're having to stop him a lot with pressure, chances are that that environment is too hard for him. So if he is spilled over into a reaction or a semi-reaction once or twice, the reaction has been stopped with the mechanics of the lead, and then a new behaviour has been created, or he's been pressured into one and then being rewarded out into that behaviour. So it's really important that we aim for that clean sheet as close as we possibly can. And the right way we do that is environmental management. We've added a little bit on the 85% rule that we'll add onto our Patreon. As a general rule of thumb, we want an 85% success rate with a 15% failure rate. So making sure that we're as close to that clean sheet, making sure he's not tipping over the edge, and practicing and rehearsing that reactivity, because otherwise we're going to have a 1 step forward, 2 steps back process. So we have done a lot of environmental management to inhibit Lenny's ability to practice and want to rehearse reactivity or aggression towards other dogs and animals. So that's just food for thought there. Anyway, enjoy the next couple of bits and bobs, if there is any, and we'll see you soon for episode 3. Why? All right, here we go. Fucking great dog. Great bloke, actually.
Yeah.
Genuine.
Lenny!
Lenny!
It's posture. That's great.
He's a good lad.
He's a great lad. He's a mad athlete as well, isn't he?
Look at him. Look at them
Stacked.
quads. He reminds me of a young Morgsy. Wait, sorry, just shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.